Welcome to another Meta Snapshot breakdown. The latest expansion, Festival of Legends, has been announced, and as with every expansion, this announcement brought a new card into the game. Say hello to E.T.C. Band Manager. Typically, the pre-released legendaries have a profound impact on the metagame. Only time will tell if that will hold true here. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's look at the current Tier 1 lists. Despite the continued nerfs, Miracle Rogue once again claims the top spot on this meta snapshot. While this archetype is not as strong as it was before all the changes hit, its matchup spread is still the best among the competitive standard decks, and we continue to feature Cassie's list as the general game plan of the deck has not changed. Your best matchup comes from Quest Druid, as they will struggle to deal with your consistent threats, but you'll continue to find that aggressive decks, such as Aggro Mage, will be able to burn you down. The only other deck making an appearance in Tier 1 this time is Undead Priest. This deck previously found itself sitting in Tier 3, but as one of the stronger aggressive decks in a meta rife with decks that are weak to aggro, it's easily one of the best choices for fast and quick climbing. Your best matchup comes from the slower Quest Druid, as it usually can't keep up with your hyper-aggressive pressure. But decks that can outpace your aggression, like Aggro Mage, will run rampant against you. Tier 2 consists of decks that can still carry an Adept Pilot to Legend, they just happen to be slightly less consistent than Tier 1. And the first archetype of note here is Aggro Mage, a deck that looks to end the game before their opponents can fully come online. Much like Undead Priest, Aggro Mage is a great choice for those looking for fast ranked games. In fact, the deck does its best against the Tier 1 decks, so if you're seeing a lot of them, feel free to break this counter out. The next two decks in Tier 2 hail from the same class, Frost Death Knight and Undead Death Knight respectively. Neither deck could bear the nerf to Construct Quarter more than a couple of weeks, as it turns out, and both fall down the tier list accordingly. The general consensus is that Unholy Death Knight feels like just a weaker version of Frost, but as both Unholy and Frost boast winnable matchups against Tier 1, try both and see what you like more. That wraps up our look at the standard Hearthstone meta. While not much has changed since the previous report, many exciting things are on the horizon with the upcoming expansion, rotation, and core set. We hope you enjoyed our look into the standard meta. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be kept up to date with all of our Hearthstone content. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.